And we are live. Facebook, guys, namaste. God bless. How are all of you? I just came back from a piggy bath, man. Tori's giving her pigs a bath. They are the cutest little things. I'm sorry, I'm such a wimp on this. But hopefully you guys are all well. It's National Homemade Bread Day for all you neophyte bakers out there. And coming from a man, humbly, who has done it for decades, for actually several decades, follow the recipe, because if you don't, you're going to have a big mess on your hand. Remember, baking is a science. Literally, it's chemistry. So if you're messing with the chemistry, you're going to have a messed up product. So if the package says something, put that something in there. But this week has been extremely interesting, and it's starting on Tuesday. That's why I haven't been on. Starting on Tuesday, I went to the bank to reward myself. I wanted to get a few dollars out to enjoy the week. I took out some money, had my day on Tuesday, saw Mom. Everything was great. I come back that night, as I normally do, to, how should we say, to log everything I spent for the day. I'm very diligent about that and fickle about that. I make sure everything is logged so I don't get back to the motel living that I did for 10 years, keeping an eye on the finances. Open up the old bank page, and lo and behold, we have nothing. Everything was taken. The whole account, man, all my savings literally was sucked out of there by some Bitcoin in Europe. A company in Europe came in there, literally wiped me out. And at first, you get that feeling inside, and you really think to yourself, wow, what just happened here? And this is things that happen in our life. You guys ever heard of rotten to the core, like that Apple thing that goes on out there? People say, yeah, he's rotten to the core. In essence, we're not rotten to the core, we're rotten from the core. And experiences like that really hurt people, where they lose the trust issue and they lose all these things in life. But getting back to the bank thing, the first thing you do is you making the calls. Honestly, this was the biggest pain in the ass I've ever had in my life, because it's not press 1 for English or 2 for Espanol. Now they should enhance it to like 18 different languages, because of the fact of the matter is I was transferred 3 or 4 different times to different departments to start the process. But it only took, it took several days to get through the whole process to get everything back. And it was, given back immediately. That didn't bother me. What bothered me most importantly, and I'm going to get back to my Apple phrase, what bothered me most importantly is, how did I attract that? How did I attract am I the only guy who thinks that way? When something happens in my life, I want to figure out the source, hence the core. And if you guys have enough experiences in your life where you've been hurt enough times or traumatized enough times, that's where rotten from the core sends out to the universe. And I had to think to myself, why or how did this happen? And I'm very fickle about my time, because literally at work every day, I literally, from start to finish, it's a marathon. And to me, all I think about is, do I have enough time? I don't have enough time to get all this stuff done. And what did the theft of all my savings prove? That I don't have time. In other words, the universe just gave me back more, not having more time by all this happening. Oh yeah, jack in a couple of low tires and having to get them fixed. So the whole paradigm of the past 3 weeks has been not having enough time, and I kept manifesting more of not having enough time. But getting back to my point, if that made sense, I mean, seriously, when you guys really analyze the core beliefs and the core thoughts that you send out every day and how you feel about them every day, you'll realize why things are happening, why you keep manifesting. But getting back to my Apple point, which is so important, because it matches tonight, like to the T. I saw this quote, and I posted on Facebook about a week ago. And that's when I was supposed to have a show, but all these things kind of happened. And it noted, the heaviest thing you can carry is a grudge. You get enough experiences like this, like the bank job or a relationship job or life experiences, you're going to become that, in essence, rotten from the core. And you're going to realize why things are happening in your life, because you've been anchored to feel that way. You think that's always going to happen. I just kept pushing the paradigm of thinking of not having enough time to do all my work. In other words, then more work was added. In essence, the bank job, the car issues, and things that were happening in my life. It's this type of thinking that will really resonate with you guys and help you understand that you need to let shit go as much as you can. And you got to keep reinforcing better anchors in your life than my anchor was the past several weeks of not having enough time. It's so busy. What am I going to do? And everything got done. You know, this is a crazy thing. I'll go in there, I'll have a baby fit at work, have a baby fit. Stuff's not getting done. But in the end, everything got done. So I just literally lost my shit for absolutely nothing. But the one thing I'm really good at is letting things go. A grudge is not letting things go. You get enough issues like this of trust issues, of people violating your space, or relationship issues, or this happening in your life, you're going to develop that rotten from the core mentality. Therefore, you're going to keep attracting more situations to match that. A grudge is a feeling of deep resentment and or ill will. And ill will is hyphen because ill will become your will because you're constantly going to be thinking about it. And the next word, from that grudge, from that core sense, in essence, the apple sense, is attraction. The core, our heart is our attraction force. Attraction is the action or power of drawing forth a response, hence a magnet. You keep having these situations in your life, you're going to become that magnet. And that's basically what I did. Not having enough time just gave me more situations and scenarios to not have more time. When you realize everything falls into place in life, literally everything, you know, if you got a plan of action, a POA per se with the acronyms, you got a plan of action of what you're going to do in life, it's all going to fall into place. But you got to stop overthinking the process. And that's one of the penchants that I have. I overthink the process on everything because sadly I analyze everything. And that's just who I've always been. And it's amazing. The apple has at the butt of the fruit a small sinus that fungus gets in, literally rottens it from the inside out. A lot of us have this beautiful facade, but on the inside, we're rotten to the core. In essence, not in a bad way, we've just been hurt so much. And that core feeling about life and ourselves, and hence is our attraction force. You ever see that beautiful apple you buy in the store, you cut it open, and right in the middle, it's black. And that's what a lot of us have occurred in life. And we keep sending that out every day and wonder why things are happening. When you start realizing what you're thinking about, you're going to start realizing what you're bringing about. I knew from my heart, I kept saying to myself, even though I knew it on an outer level, but inside, I don't have enough time. I was overthinking that. How should we say that bud of the apple has a small sinus where the fungus gets in. We have our five senses where everything gets in. We see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Those five senses go right to the core of our thinking. And every single day we send that out. Every single day we send out to the universe what we have to do, what we're going to do, and everything else. And it's our attraction force. This is where you guys have to really analyze what you're thinking about, taking an inventory of it, and you'll realize what you're attracting. They even said it in Proverbs, guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it flows the issues of life. That's the core of the apple. Is our heart is the core of us. In the apple is the seeds to regrow. In the heart is our emotions, which is our magnet, our attraction force in life. And what happened this week was a beautiful example of Jerry just overthinking and using his five senses, letting all that shit in around him affect his outer world for the next set of his realities that he faced. This is the beauty of life. This is what I love about life. When you realize and live from a metaphysical realm, hence beyond the physical, because that metaphysical realm of thinking is what creates the physical. It's who you are as a whole. So you keep jacking on experiences that are anchored into your subconscious that are affecting your five senses. You're going to realize what you're attracting in life, what you see in life, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you touch. These amazing openings to our heart is what guide us to the next level of our life. You keep anchoring. Here's a perfect example of an anchor, if you guys don't know, which a lot of you do. But an anchor is an amazing set of feelings, thoughts, and words that are literally embedded in your mind. Now I am the voice. I will lead, not follow. I will believe, not doubt. I will create, not destroy. I am a force for good. I am a leader. Those bunch of words I just mentioned were from 25 years ago at a Tony Robbins seminar that I went to. And what that man did, he was an expert at showing people how to anchor. You get enough of those. I can't remember where I put my keys 5 minutes ago. But yet 25 years ago, I remembered a statement that he made us read out loud several times that I now memorized. Life is the same way. You keep having these experiences in your life, they're going to be anchored. That's why it's so, this mental monitoring that we do every day is not a hard process, but if you're diligent, you start anchoring some good things in your life. You start anchoring some love, some peace, abundance, and constantly push those thoughts out. Indeed, yes, we overthink. I overthink all the time, meatball. And I create things, but then I go back and analyze, what was I thinking to bring this to me? What was I feeling to bring this to me? And when I realized, actually 2 days into the issue with the bank, I realized I was just sending out that I don't have enough time. Indeed, all this created was not having enough time. And honestly, what peeved me the most was I couldn't take my afternoon nap, because getting up at 1 o'clock in the morning, I need that afternoon recharge. I had to spend the next several days at the bank, sitting there, literally falling asleep in the chair, because with the money at hand, they had to verify all the issues, and hence I didn't have enough time. When you guys realize your pattern of thoughts and what's anchored in those pattern of thoughts, it's an amazing set of beliefs that you can bring out to the world every day. All you have to do is change your paradigm. You change your paradigm of thinking, feeling, and being every day, guys. You are going to change your life in the most beautiful ways. What you think about is what expands. What you bring about is from that thinking. So really just ponder it for yourself, guys. I'm going to read that thing again, because so many of us are hooked on what has happened to us instead of what we can make happen for us. If you're holding grudges or ill will, not necessarily towards anybody, but towards yourself, how you feel about yourself is what you bring to yourself. The minute you can let go of what has happened to you, you can make happen better for you. So letting go, who gives a shit who hurt you? It's how you think about yourself. That's that paradigm anchored thinking that you bring about your experiences every day. That situation or person is long gone. You just keep dragging that. It's like drinking poison, waiting on your enemy to die. If you can let go of what has happened to you guys, you're going to start realizing what you can bring for you. And this is what I do every day. It's a mental monitoring of who I am. Because who you are is what you attract. And when you realize that amazing analogy of your thinking, you can start making changes through that, through affirmations, meditation, journaling, whatever it might be. If you're really serious into changing your quantum reality of living, it all starts at the core. And when you realize that, you'll realize that the apple indeed has a beautiful facade like we all do on this outside. But what's going on in here is what creates that outside guy. So really think about it for yourself. Happy Sunday to you. Enjoy the night. America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. Much love to you. Facebook, can you please fix the reels? I'm trying to post reels every day like I always do, but it's not letting me do my special effects. So I can't just add music and stick it up there. I need Bella, the coffee lady, and I need Mr. Coffee on the bottom. I need all these special effects. So Facebook, if you're watching, which you always are, please fix that so I can start reposting my reels, guys. So guys, please follow me, Jerry Maldonado Chew, for unique information to help you to your destination, guys. Hopefully this helped. The heaviest thing you can carry is a grudge. Stop holding a grudge, not against other people, but against yourself. Realize you're special, realize you're capable, and realize that if you just flick the switch of that paradigm of thinking, guys, and bring a whole new realm of thinking into your world, you're going to start creating the most amazing thing, guys. So happy Sunday to you guys. Enjoy your night. I'll talk to you guys soon, man.